made a video in about a month.
We are going to tell you why.
So our baby arrived. He's still in the hospital at the moment, and there's a whole story with that. So we're gonna talk about that today and let you know the whole story behind that. But he's okay. He's doing well. But yes, he came a little bit early. So when it was 28 weeks, right?
Yes.
I was 28 weeks. I had a bleeding incident. It was just a little bit, and we went to the hospital, and they were like, it's okay, you know, this happens. It wasn't a big deal at that point. And I had placenta previa, which my placenta was like too far down, and that can cause bleeding. But about 5 days later, I woke up suddenly with this horrible feeling, and I was bleeding a lot. And it was like one of the worst moments of my life, like horrifying to be suddenly bleeding that much. And it was bright red blood, so it wasn't like the other blood that I'd had. And I was standing in the shower, and this blood is coming out of me. And how do you remember? You were so calm in that moment.
No, I had to be calm, but like it was so scary because I don't know, like you know, like you saw something like that on like dramas or like movies or something. But if you see it just in real, like it's really hard to, you know, do something. But I had to be calm, otherwise
you were calming me down. Yeah.
So I had to wash all the blood, and I called the 911 and the hospital right away.
Yeah.
And 119 in Korea anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, we went to the hospital quite fast, quite quickly. And then you stay in the hospital for a while. For
11 days.
Yeah.
And like you said, it is really scary, because in movies and dramas, when a woman is pregnant and suddenly has a lot of blood, that is the signal, like that is the storytelling device of that she's having a miscarriage and she's losing the baby. So when you have that actually happen to yourself, even though it does happen a lot with pregnant women, it is absolutely terrifying situation. So I was in the hospital for 11 days, and it was to do with my placenta previa, and then I was allowed out of the hospital, and then it was almost a month later.
Almost a month later.
So my doctor had said, I really need to get to 34 weeks. So that was sort of our target of we could relax a little bit after that once I got to 34 weeks. And I was 33 weeks and about 5 days?
4 days.
4 days?
Yeah.
You were literally at an event meeting the president.
Yes.
This is why there's this whole drama, and it's so strange around this story, is that Hugh had been invited to this sort of economic forum with the president, was literally sitting like one seat behind the president or something. And of course, that was when I started bleeding again. And I remember holding my phone being like, I can't really wait because I don't know how dangerous this is, you know. But I was like, I don't want to call you when you're like shaking hands with the president or standing behind him for the photo or something like that. But I sent you a message and you said, no, it's just about done. And
just finished.
Yeah. And because I kept saying, is it finished? And you were sort of like, oh, this and that, and here's a photo or whatever. And I was like, no, is it finished? And then so you rushed home and went in the ambulance again to the hospital. And through all these things, like our baby was fine. It was just my body. And for people that have already been following our story, they know that we had to do IVF. You know, it's been a big journey to get to this point. And so rushed me to the hospital, and it was the next day that the bleeding just wouldn't stop. And then the doctor was like, okay.
Yeah.
Emergency C-section.
You okay? So we might have, operation tonight.
Because I won't stop bleeding.
It's okay. Okay, Nicola is here, and it's 34 weeks. Almost 34 weeks. Test here, testing at the moment. We don't know if we are going to have an operation today, but I think more likely we will have. And hopefully both of them are okay. Love you too. So now we are going to have operation. Should be okay. Baby's coming. 괜찮아. See you soon. I just worry about you and baby, both of you. I don't care about doing C-section or whatever, because if both of you guys are fine, then I'm okay. But if something is bad happened to you guys, I can't wait.
You were the one that had to wait outside, and
yeah. And I had to assign things that this might happen, that might happen, but sometimes, of course it's really less chance. So maybe your wife might die, that kind of thing. Of course it's not going to happen, but you don't know, right? So they explained to me, and then might have some problem with baby or whatever. Like, I know these things not going to happen, but like really scary. Why? What if? Like, I can't just. But I have to sign. But like that time was really difficult. So Nicola is in the operation room, and I'm just waiting until it finish. So hopefully both of them will be okay. I love you. See you soon.
So I was rushed in to have an emergency C-section, and it was one of the ones where I was awake for it. And so I could hear his cries when they pulled him out, but because he was so early, they had to rush him away. And you actually saw him first.
Yes.
And as they were rushing the humidity crib thing like that, you saw him first.
I had to wait outside and just until you finish the C-section and everything, and baby comes out, and it was really hard. I couldn't even sit. I just walk around, and so the baby's born, but I couldn't see him yet, so I'm just waiting to see him. I just saw a little bit, but I was almost crying. Yeah, I checked his name, and yeah, they are in the incubator. So I will see him soon. I'm so excited, and I don't know the feeling. Hope Nicola is okay. I'm just waiting for the answer from the just the message from the operation room, because I haven't got a message yet. Hopefully Nicola is okay too. And then like after 1.5 hours or something, like they call my name, and I saw my baby inside the incubator thing, and like I don't know, like I felt really, still didn't know that's my of course my baby, but like can't touch. So and then I couldn't be with the baby right away because I had to wait another hour, and I've been just waiting for Nicola to recover from the operation, but she recovered quite later than other people. Like took like more than 1.5 hours. People said like 40 minutes, but it was like more than 1.5 hours. So
my body is terrible.
I started worry about her, and then like later, she got back, and then like, oh yes, it's okay now. So you did it.
Well, the doctors did it really.
No, you did it.
They pulled him out.
You did it.
I'm in pain now.
Good job. I'm proud of you. You did a good job. Fighting. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you.
So it's been such a different journey for us. You sort of expect a birth to be like, well, you give birth and then you have your baby and everything's happy, and then the family come in, and it hasn't been like that for us. And he's still in the NICU, and he's doing really well, but they did say that he was going to be able to come out maybe a week later or 10 days later, and it's always been his breathing is just a little bit slow developing because the lungs are the last thing to develop, but everything else has been really good. You're moving your hand. So it's been a really difficult time for us. You know, we have a baby, but he can't come out yet. Well, I'm hoping soon that he'll be able to come out. And
it was okay. They said 1 week or 10 days. I could wait, but I don't know yet. Like, you know, when he's okay, then of course we can take him home. But it's more and more days make us, I mean, hard time.
It's very stressful. And we did some of the kangaroo care where he's on my chest, and you know, we touched him, and today we could touch him. But it's a very weird limbo time that is very stressful and difficult. And we didn't think we'd be making a video like this where we can't show him in our arms. We can just show the footage that we take at the hospital.
The most important thing at the moment, I mean, of course Nicola is getting, you know, recovering from the surgery and everything like that, and that him to be healthier. So we can wait as long as he's okay. But like at the moment it's a little bit hard, and Nicola's parents are in Korea to see him, but they saw him only once, just short time. They came from Australia. Yeah, I feel really a little bit sorry for that.
So we've been sharing photos and our story on social media like Instagram, and some on Facebook and on Twitter, but Instagram's where we share the most. And we've got a lot of so many other messages from people who were either premature themselves or are going through a similar thing or went through a similar thing, like so many people. So even though it's difficult, I did want to make this video as well so that people could tell their own stories in the comment section. And it is a very lonely thing to go through. It's very difficult for other people to understand what it's like when your baby is in the NICU. So I also wanted to create a space where people could talk about their own experiences, share their stories like that as well.
And what I really say, thank you for everyone who prayed for us, cheering us up, and thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Oh, people on social media, like on Instagram, know what his name is, but we haven't said his name in this.
Okay.
So what is his Korean name?
His Korean name is Kwon-yul. So Yul.
So Yul is the personal name, and Kwon is our family name.
Yes.
Yes.
And actually the name is from the famous general from our family line.
So you named him after a historical figure.
Yeah, he's very
exact
famous.
Same name.
Yeah. Everyone hear his name and they will say, Kwon-yul 장군, General Kwon-yul, because he's one of the most popular ones.
So he's a little general.
Yes, he is general, so he is strong.
And his English name is Theodore. So his nickname can be Teddy. So on one side he's a general, other side he's a little teddy bear.
Teddy bear,
Teddy bear.
I think that's kind of cute. Teddy bear wear the general army suit. Going to fight. Yeah.
So we're just hoping that he can. I'm hoping in the next week that he can come home. But we're just waiting to see. So thank you everyone for all your support. And we will definitely update a video when we have him at home in our arms. We'll be able to show you
we will.
like that. Bye.
Thank you.